My dear brothers and sisters, have you ever noticed how some people slowly stop taking you seriously? Have you ever felt disrespected, ignored, or spoken to in a way that made your heart feel heavy without understanding why? This message is not here to blame them. It is here to protect you. Sometimes, without realizing it, we develop habits that quietly invite disrespect into our lives. Islam teaches us dignity, strength, and self-respect, yet many of us unknowingly let go of these values in our daily behavior. If you have ever felt overlooked or taken lightly, stay with me for a few moments, because what you are about to hear may change how people treat you for the rest of your life. 1. Talking too much about your life. My brothers and sisters, one of the most common mistakes people make today, often without realizing it, is talking too much about their personal life. Every small problem, every future plan, every private struggle, and even every blessing is shared openly with others. Some people tell friends, some tell co-workers, some tell relatives, and many tell the entire world through social media. What was once private has now become public. Islam teaches us wisdom, dignity, and balance. We are not taught to expose ourselves to everyone. We are taught to protect our lives, our emotions, and our blessings. When you speak too much about what is happening in your life, you slowly remove the boundaries that protect your respect. People begin to feel they have the right to judge you, question your choices, or interfere in your decisions. Some will give advice even when you did not ask for it. Others will quietly compare themselves to you. And some, may Allah protect us, will feel jealousy or envy in their hearts. When you share your struggles openly, not everyone will feel compassion. Some people will remember your weakness and use it against you later. They may bring it up to embarrass you, remind you of it during arguments, or secretly enjoy seeing you struggle. When you share your plans too early, some people will discourage you, laugh at you, or plant doubt in your heart before you even begin. And when you share your blessings openly, you may unknowingly invite envy, evil eyes, or unnecessary attention into your life. Over time, something else happens. When people know everything about you, they stop valuing your words. Nothing you say feels special anymore. There is no depth, no mystery, no sense of dignity left. People respect those who speak with purpose, not those who speak constantly. When you explain yourself too much, you look unsure. When you reveal everything, you look unguarded. And sadly, people often disrespect what has no boundaries. Islam does not teach us to be secretive or dishonest. It teaches us to be selective. There is a big difference. Being selective means you choose carefully who has access to your inner world. You share your pain with Allah first. You share your plans only with those who truly wish you well. You share your blessings with gratitude, not with display. Silence is not weakness, my brothers and sisters. Silence is wisdom. Silence is strength. Silence is protection. When you keep parts of your life private, you protect your peace, your dignity, and your future. Not everyone needs to know what you are going through. Not everyone deserves to know what Allah is preparing for you. Sometimes the most powerful move is to stay quiet, trust Allah, and let your results speak for you. When you speak less, people listen more. When you reveal less, people respect you more. And when you protect your life with silence, Allah protects you in ways you may never see but will always feel. 2. Constantly complaining about life. My dear brothers and sisters, another habit that slowly removes respect from a person, often without them realizing it, is constant complaining. Complaining about life, complaining about people, complaining about money, complaining about family, complaining about work, complaining about the past, complaining about the present, complaining about what Allah has given and what He has delayed. Islam teaches us something very clear. Hardship is part of life, but how you carry hardship defines your character. When a person complains all the time, people begin to see them not as strong, but as emotionally heavy. At first, people may listen, they may show sympathy, they may give advice. But slowly, when every conversation becomes negative, people start pulling away. Not because they hate you, not because they are evil, but because constant negativity exhausts the soul. When you complain excessively, you send a silent message to others: I cannot handle life. And sadly, people often lose respect for those who appear unable to carry their own emotional weight. Even if your pain is real, even if your struggle is valid, repeating it to everyone weakens how people see you. Islam does not tell us to pretend everything is fine. Islam tells us to complain to Allah, not to the creation. Allah listens without judging. Allah never gets tired of hearing your pain. Allah does not use your weakness against you, but people do. People remember what you say. They remember your lowest moments. They remember your fears, and not all hearts are pure. When you constantly speak about what is wrong in your life, you also begin to train your own mind to focus only on negativity. You stop seeing blessings. You stop noticing ease. You stop trusting Allah's plan. This inner weakness slowly shows on the outside. Your words lose weight. Your presence loses strength. People stop taking your advice seriously because they see you struggling to manage yourself. The Prophet ﷺ faced rejection, poverty, loss, and pain that most of us could not endure. Yet he remained dignified, patient, and hopeful. He taught us that true strength is not loud. True strength is calm endurance. A believer is someone who feels pain but does not let pain control their tongue. This does not mean you suffer in silence completely. It means you choose wisely. One trusted person, a sincere friend, a scholar, and above all, Allah in sujood, in dua, in the quiet moments of the night. Not every ear deserves your story. Not every heart will protect it. When you reduce complaining, something powerful happens. People begin to respect your resilience. They see you as balanced. They see you as emotionally mature. They feel calm around you instead of drained. And more importantly, Allah places peace in your heart because you trusted Him instead of spreading your pain everywhere. My brothers and sisters, speak less about your problems and more to Allah about them. Your dignity will increase, your strength will grow, and the respect you seek will come quietly without you ever asking for it. 3. Being too available for everyone. My dear brothers and sisters, one habit that quietly destroys respect without shouting, without arguments, without drama is being too available for everyone. Always answering every call, always replying immediately, always saying yes. Always adjusting your life for others, even when it costs you your peace, your time, and your energy. Many people believe this makes them kind, loving, and appreciated. But Islam teaches us balance, not self-destruction. When you are always available, people slowly begin to treat your time as cheap. They stop valuing your presence because they know it is always there. What is always available is rarely respected. The Prophet ﷺ was the most caring human being, yet he had boundaries. He rested, he withdrew, he spent time alone in reflection. He did not allow people to drain him endlessly. Islam does not teach us to exhaust ourselves for others while neglecting our own soul. When you cancel your plans every time someone calls, people learn that your life revolves around them. When you say yes even when you are tired, people assume your needs do not matter. When you make yourself available at all times, people begin to believe you have nothing better to do. And slowly, respect fades not because you are bad, but because you never taught people how to treat you. Being too available also attracts the wrong kind of people. Those who only come when they need something. Those who disappear when you need support. Those who take and take without giving back. Islam teaches us to be generous, but also wise. Giving without wisdom leads to regret. Some people fear setting boundaries because they are afraid of losing others. They fear being disliked. They fear being called selfish. But listen carefully. People who leave because you set boundaries were never meant to stay. Islam does not reward you for pleasing people at the cost of your well-being. It rewards you for pleasing Allah. When you begin to value your time, people feel it. When you are not always available, your presence becomes meaningful. When you say no politely but firmly, people learn to respect your limits. Boundaries do not push the right people away. They filter out the wrong ones. This does not mean you become cold or distant. It means you become intentional. You help when you can. You give when you are able. You show kindness without sacrificing your dignity. You choose when to be present instead of being pulled everywhere. My brothers and sisters, your time is a gift from Allah. Your energy is an amana. Guard it. Respect it. When you respect your own time, others will follow. And even if some do not, Allah sees your balance, your self-control, and your wisdom. Remember this. The one who is always available is often taken for granted, but the one who values their time is respected without saying a word. 4. Reacting emotionally to every disrespect. My dear brothers and sisters, one habit that quietly removes dignity and respect from a person is reacting emotionally to every form of disrespect, every comment, every joke, every criticism, every look, every message. When someone allows others to control their emotions, they give away their power without realizing it. Islam teaches us self-control. It teaches us patience. It teaches us to pause before we speak. When a person reacts immediately with anger, shouting, insults, or long explanations, people begin to see them as unstable, not strong. Even when you are right, reacting emotionally makes you appear weak in the eyes of others. The Prophet ﷺ was insulted, mocked and rejected in ways that most of us would not tolerate for even a moment. Yet he remained calm. He chose silence when silence was stronger than speech. He chose measured words when words were necessary. This is not weakness. This is strength guided by wisdom. When you react emotionally, you give people exactly what they want: attention, control, satisfaction. Some people disrespect you not because they hate you, but because they enjoy seeing you lose your composure. Every emotional reaction feeds their behavior. Silence, on the other hand, starves it. There is also another danger in emotional reactions. When you constantly defend yourself, explain yourself, or justify yourself, people begin to believe you are unsure of who you are. A person who knows their value does not need to prove it. A person who trusts Allah does not rush to defend their ego. Islam teaches us that not every battle deserves a response. Some words are meant to be ignored. Some people are meant to be left behind. When you react to everything, you lower yourself to the level of those who seek chaos. When you rise above it, you protect your dignity. This does not mean you accept injustice. Islam allows firm, respectful boundaries. It allows speaking up when necessary. But there is a difference between strength and emotional explosion. Strength is calm. Strength is controlled. Strength is dignified. When people see that you are not easily shaken, they become careful with how they treat you. When they see that insults do not disturb your peace, they lose interest in testing you. Respect follows emotional maturity. My brothers and sisters, guard your emotions. Do not hand them to people who do not deserve them. Pause before you respond. Ask yourself whether your reaction will bring peace or regret. When you control your emotions, you protect your honor. And when you protect your honor, Allah raises you in ways that silence every insult without you saying a word. 5. Lack of self-discipline and consistency. My dear brothers and sisters, the final habit that slowly removes respect from a person, often without any argument or conflict, is lack of self-discipline. When a person is careless with their responsibilities, inconsistent in their actions, and loose with their commitments, people begin to lose trust in them. And where there is no trust, there is no respect. Islam is a religion built on discipline. Salah is performed at specific times. Fasting has clear rules. Promises are taken seriously. Words carry weight. When someone is lazy about their obligations, late without reason, careless with their speech, or unreliable in their actions, others quietly step back. They stop depending on them. They stop listening to them. They stop taking them seriously. A person who lacks discipline often says the right things but does not follow through. They make plans but never complete them. They promise but delay. They apologize often yet change rarely. Over time, people stop believing their words, not because they are harsh, but because patterns speak louder than intentions. Islam teaches that a believer is someone whose actions match their words. When you neglect prayer, ignore time, waste opportunities, or live without structure, this disorder shows in your character. People may not say it openly, but they feel it. They sense instability, and instability weakens respect. Self-discipline also includes controlling the tongue. Speaking carelessly, joking excessively, or saying things without thinking damages dignity. Islam encourages thoughtful speech, purposeful silence, and responsibility in communication. A person who cannot control their tongue often loses control of how others see them. Discipline does not mean being perfect. It means being consistent. It means trying every day, even when motivation is low. It means showing up, even when it is difficult. When people see consistency, they see strength. When they see effort, they see seriousness. And when they see seriousness, respect naturally follows. The Prophet ﷺ lived a disciplined life. His worship, his conduct, his speech, and his dealings were balanced and intentional. This discipline earned him the respect of friend and enemy alike. When you discipline yourself for the sake of Allah, Allah places honor in your presence. My brothers and sisters, build discipline quietly. Wake up with intention, pray with focus, speak with care, act with consistency. Do not chase respect, earn it through character. When Allah sees your effort, He places acceptance in the hearts of people without you asking for it. My dear brothers and sisters, respect is not something you demand from people. It is something that grows naturally when your character is aligned with the teachings of Islam. Many people spend their lives wondering why they are not valued, why they are ignored, or why others cross their boundaries without realizing that small daily habits are shaping how the world treats them. Talking too much about your life removes mystery and invites judgment. Complaining constantly drains people and weakens your presence. Being too available teaches others to take you for granted. Reacting emotionally gives away your power. And living without discipline removes trust. None of these habits destroy respect overnight, but over time, they quietly erode dignity. Islam does not teach us to be harsh, arrogant, or distant. It teaches us balance. It teaches us to speak with wisdom, remain patient, guard our time, control our emotions, and live with discipline for the sake of Allah. When you correct these habits, you are not changing to impress people, you are changing to protect your soul. Remember this, when Allah is pleased with you, He places respect for you in the hearts of people, even those who do not know you well. And when Allah is displeased, no amount of people's approval will benefit you. So focus on your relationship with Allah first. Fix your character in private. Build strength quietly. Walk with humility, not insecurity. You do not need to announce your growth. You do not need to defend your value. Let your actions speak. Let your patience show. Let your discipline shine. Over time, people will feel your presence differently, treat you differently, and respect you without you ever asking. May Allah grant us wisdom in our speech, strength in our patience, discipline in our actions, and dignity in our character. May He protect us from habits that lower our respect and guide us toward a life that honors Him. Ameen.